Vamos, brothers, this is your boy JT, and welcome back to another episode of South Stand Stories. It is Leeds, it is Liverpool, and it is going down tomorrow at 7:45. And you're wondering, why the hell are you dressed like this with this beautiful sombrero and this outfit? It is Dia de los Muertos, and tomorrow is going to be Dia de los Muertos por Liverpool. Si, senor. We are going to absolutely ram them, clap them, slap them, and they are going to be wishing that it was just one big nightmare. However, it is going to be a nightmare living for the Reds of Liverpool, and there is nothing that they can do about it. There is nothing that they can do to stop the onslaught. Before we do get into the rest of the preview, I do want to quickly say I was meant to be on someone's channel today, the Cop TV, lovely guy named Alex. I've done stuff with him before, and unfortunately, due to scheduling errors, it just didn't quite work out. So if you guys could please do me a massive, massive favor, if you could go over there. I'm going to leave his video linked in the description. He did a preview himself. If you could go over there, just say JT sent you, send them some love, and of course, tell them how we're going to absolutely clap Liverpool tomorrow or today, whenever you're watching it. But yeah, no, I do feel pretty bad about it. So honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I know you guys are really supportive. So if you could support me and just go over there, drop a little line, then that would be very much appreciated. But nonetheless, we will be dropping many lines tomorrow. But what we will be dropping more than lines is goals, goals, goals. Unfortunately, we are not going onto this one in good form at all. It has been a time this week for Leeds fans where there's been a lot of reflections, a lot of debates, and unfortunately a lot of falling out, a lot of arguments and divisiveness between the fan base, all of which is not very good. It is not good at all, and it is not what we need to go forward. And it's a pretty scary time to be a Leeds fan. It's a pretty scary time to be going into the rest of the season in general, because for the first time in years even, I feel like we could be slipping away. I feel like our grass could be going on this Premier League, on this long journey that I thought we've been going on this whole time. I've always had faith that this 3 to 5 year plan was going to come into fruition. However, right now, we seem lost as a club, we seem lost as a board, and more importantly, the worst part is we seem lost as a fan base. We do seem lost as a fan base. And Liverpool themselves, they're having a bit of a bad time themselves. They've had to come to the conclusion that top 4 is probably the best that they can hope for this year. No more Premier League title charge. No more European dreams. I mean, maybe if they're lucky, but it does seem like they are going to have to really settle for a subpar season and try and rebuild under Jurgen Klopp. Is that going to be attainable for them? Probably not. Probably not. We've seen Klopp have serious struggles in rebuilding teams in the long term. Could that be coming back to haunt him again? We will have to see, and only time will tell. And hopefully, that is something that will help Leeds. However, with Liverpool losing a game recently, oh man, it does not seem good for us. It does not seem good for us because Liverpool are bound to turn this form around at some point. They have a lot stronger of a squad than us. So I'm not really feeling too happy about the fact that they are going onto it on such poor form, and they're going to be helped massively. Yesterday, I was reading some stuff, and it was not good. It was not good at all. The 29th of the 10th, 2022. Let me just read through some of these injuries for you. Joe Gelhardt, knee injury, not going to be playing. Liam Cooper, ass injury, not going to be playing. Sinisterra, foot injury, not going to be playing. Rodrigo Moreno Machado, abductor injury, not going to be playing. Tyler Adams, calf strain, not going to be playing. Held, Gray, Forshaw, Dallas, all still out as well. 9 injuries, 9 problems. And this, I'm going to throw my hat on the floor in fury at this, because this is all happening again, isn't it? Leeds getting riddled with injuries. We are dropping like flies, and unfortunately, we do not have the Lord of the Flies to command the team and get us going right now, because Marsh is finding it difficult, and this is not a good position for him to be going into. Or is it? Or is it? And this is what I wanted to talk about. Obviously, you've probably heard a lot of people saying, oh, we've got a lot of injuries, so we're completely doomed. We're screwed. We're done out here. All right, chalk the season off. We've already got a pure gym settings of a back line open for business 24/7. Throw into the mix all these injuries, and it looks like we're not going to be getting anything. Well, let me tell you something. This is a blessing in disguise for Leeds. It is a blessing in disguise because the pressure is off. The pressure is off Jesse Marsch. All right, he has an excuse. We have all these injuries. What do you expect us to do against a side like Liverpool? Okay? What do you expect us to do when we're already in such poor form and everything's going wrong? And now we're playing 3 years ago champions of Europe. But that's where the magic happens. Because Marsch is one of those guys. He is that guy. When you count him out, when you think everything's done, when you think everything is dead, done, out of the water, that is when Jesse Marsch shines. That is when he comes forward and he gets that win that you least expect him to. That is when we pull out a masterful performance. And I can see the exact same thing happening again. Exact same thing. Everyone counting us out. Liverpool counting us out. Leeds counting us out. Our own fans counting us out. But that's when we're the most dangerous. That is when we are. And with all these injuries in there, he has an opportunity to twist things up, mix things up. Sinisterra's not going to be playing. Rodrigo's not going to be playing. That means that back three behind the striker, even if you play Bamford, you're going to have to throw someone new in there. Maybe he just goes for Somerville instead of Sinisterra, which I think he should do. I think Somerville should start in the middle. I'd put Aronson out right, and I would put Jack Harrison on the left. That is what I'd do. However, the striker situation, Bamford, cannot be starting for me. He cannot be starting. I would go for my man. I don't know how he hasn't got a game yet. I don't know how he has been sat here on the sidelines, coming over, playing international Italian football, and he's been sat on the sidelines. He hasn't been given a chance. Nonto, get him in there. Gelhard, he's not going to be able to play because he's injured, like I said. Rodrigo's injured. He's not going to be able to play. So even if Bamford does start, we're gonna see Nonto at some point. We have to. Surely we have to. Unless if he throws a curveball and he puts Sonny Perkins or something like that in, we have to see Nonto at some point. Because we can't sub Bamford off for Rodrigo. We can't sub him off for Gelhard, and he's not fit enough to play full 90 minutes. I think he will unfortunately start with Bamford, but I would go with Nonto. And that gets me perfectly into my 1-11. I think I would go Meslier in goal. Fullbacks, easy. Easy for me. Easy. We have to go at left back with Firpo. We have to go at right back with Ayling. And we have to go at centre back with Koch and Struijk, especially with Liam Cooper out. If we go with Koch and Llorente at centre-back, we've got serious problems. So the back two has to be Koch and Struijk for me. And whether you like him, or you don't like him, or you loathe him, whatever you feel about him, Firpo has to start left-back. Because otherwise, we're going back again with Koch and Llorente, and that doesn't work. So we have to have Koch and Struijk there. And what I want is us to attack the width with our fullbacks. I was disappointed that Firpo didn't do that last time. Hopefully he does it tomorrow. Ayling for me, I really do like Rasmus Christensen, but he doesn't do enough going forward. And that is where we need Luke Ayling in there for me. Midfield, I'd put Koch next to Dwayne the Rocker Johnson. Attacking midfield in the middle, Sourceville, should I say. We're going to be missing Sinner Sorcerer. We need Sourceville in there. Harrison on the left. Aronson on the right. And up top, Willie Nonto. Maybe you put Bamford in there and switch him around. I would go for Nonto. Let me know your starting 1-11 down in the comment section down below. And of course, let me know your scores on the doors. Let me know what you think down below. But for now, guys, I will see you very, very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.